Today I'm going to show you how to make a simple, very inexpensive device to help with moving heavy things. I don't know what they're called, I don't know who invented them, but we've given them the nickname Fandangles, and we've used these extensively over the years to move heavy, particularly awkwardly shaped objects that you can't really get a good grip of. First of all, I'm going to show you how easy it is to make them, and then I'll show you the Fandangles in action and how easy it makes your life when you're moving heavy things. And it helps to take the strain off your back, so I believe it's more healthy to use these than to just bend down and bend your back and try and move a heavy thing that way. So let's get on with making them. In terms of materials, all you're going to need is a little bit of PVC pipe. This is 20 millimeter PVC conduit. So 20 or 30 millimeters is okay. I like to go a little bit narrower, and I'll show you why when we come to use it, why I prefer the slightly narrower pipe, the 20 rather than the 30 millimeter. And then you're going to need some rope, and that's all you're going to need. Then you'll need something to cut the PVC pipe with, something to measure the PVC pipe, and there we go. So first thing you do is find out how wide your fist is, and then add on, I would say, a centimetre on either side. So for me it's about 12 centimetres to go across my fist, and then I measure the pipe. So that means I'll need about 48, so there's enough here. So then we just take our pencil and we mark 12, 24, 36, 48, and then we've got to cut those. I like cutting them with the circular pipe cutter because it leaves a nice finish on the end. No burrs or anything like that. So you get your pipe cutter, do this. Very often it's not going to, the blade's not long enough to go right through, but at least it cleans up the outside edge very nicely. And so there's the initial cut, and then I'll just finish it off with a box cutter. And there we go. So that's got to fit in your fist like that, and conveniently I've cut another 3. So you're going to, for a pair of Fandangles, you're going to need 4 of these, and that allows 2 people to handle the object. So the next step is you get your rope, and depending on how tall you are, but make sure you don't make it too short, because you can always shorten it when you've got it assembled. So, and I'll show you how to do that. So I normally cut about 3.5 to 4 meters of rope. Then you feed 2 of the PVC pipes onto your rope. You don't have to worry about positioning them at all. Just find the other end of your rope. Once you got the 2 ends together, you just do a simple knot there. Do a knot that you can undo, because sometimes you might want to adjust the length. But that's all you do. And then the next step is to just position these on. I normally position one right next to the notch like that. And then you pull the other one to the other side. And I normally just set the distance with my foot, and I'll show you that now. So I take the 2 Fandangles and I put my foot on, and then I just pull. They're more or less the same length, and then that's it, set up. Then I'll show you how to use them. And the reason why I like to use the thinner pipe is because I can now grip both in one hand like that. And sometimes you need to use one hand, sometimes you need to use two hands when you're lifting stuff. Now the object is to try and keep your back straight, obviously, because that's the more healthy way of carrying something. And you're carrying arm more or less straight. So then you have to set the length of these ropes according to what you're carrying. And the easy way to just adjust them is to find where your knot is and just do another knot if you need to shorten them. Like that. But make it so that you can undo the knot and use it in another place. So now that's a bit shorter. So if I was carrying a narrow object, that would be right. But if I'm carrying a broad object, say that broad, then it might be too short, you see. So you just adjust those as you need to, depending on what you're carrying. So the next step is to show you these in action. But just a word of warning, if you've got a bad back or you have some physical infirmity, don't try this, because picking up heavy things is still a strain on your body, and you don't want to injure yourself. So just be careful. If you're not sure, don't do it. Now this shade house is about 3 meters by 4 meters with a solid steel frame, weighs a hang of a lot, and believe this or not, Dan and I moved this shade house by ourselves with 2 Fandangles. We put one on each of these legs on this side, and then on the other side we put some skids on the legs, lifted this side up and dragged it about 40-50 meters to get it into this position. So how about that? Now if you found this useful, please like and share this video and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already done so. And if you have any comments, we'd love to hear from you. If you just scroll right down to the bottom, there's a comment section there. Stay safe and thank you very much for watching.